Today I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous U-pocket for your interior of your bags, purses, and totes. All you need is your main fabric, 2 pieces, and 2 pieces of liner, and a zipper. You have an upper portion of your pocket and a lower portion of your pocket, and you're going to put the zipper face down on the lower portion. And then you're going to sandwich that zipper between the liner and the main fabric. Make sure you have your pull going in the direction that you prefer. I'm going to put this on the machine and I'm going to be sewing from the zipper end to the zipper pull. Make sure you put your zipper foot on and get that positioned before you start. You want to be close to the teeth, but not so close that it interferes with the movement of your zipper. Make sure you secure your stitches at the beginning, and then when you get close to the pull, you want to stop, raise your presser foot, and then pull back the pull so it doesn't interfere with the remaining stitches. Get everything lined back up, and then continue on sewing until you finish and secure those ends just like you did in the beginning. And then just check your work before you move on to the next stage, because if you've got too close, you're going to have to fix that. Now what I'm going to do is the same exact thing on the other side, and now I'm just placing the top portion of the pocket onto the zipper. I match those motifs, and then I'm going to sandwich that zipper in between the liner and the main fabric. I just love these clips. If you don't have any of these clips, these are great to have on hand. They just make things go a little bit quicker. And again, you're going to be sewing this from the end to the zipper pull. Secure your stitches, all the same steps. Lift that presser foot, pull back the pull, and then continue on. Okay, I'm done. And I'm just going to check my work and make sure everything is working properly. And then I'm going to go to my iron. I'm going to iron everything back, and I'm going to top stitch. I'm going to top stitch the upper portion and the lower portion from the very beginning to the very end. And then also I'm going to go to the ironing board and I'm going to shape my binding. You need to shape your binding before you can pin it on. And once you shape it, get it all clipped into position, and then you're ready to sew that binding. This is just store-bought binding. It just makes the project go a lot faster if I don't have to make my own binding. Right now I'm going to show you that you want to put your gauge on your sewing machine, because you're going to use that to keep the binding tight onto the outer edges so it doesn't fall off as you're sewing. I'm trying to get to the very inner portion of the binding, and I want accurate sewing, but I want to move rather quickly. And I'm going to try to catch that within a scant centimeter or two of the inside binding. And I can move really quickly when that gauge is on, because I don't have to worry about the project falling apart on me as I'm going. I'm going to take my time though. I want to round those corners and I want to get them nice. And I don't want to miss anything underneath. So I like to, as I'm going along, I just pull it up and check the back and make sure I'm catching the back. Okay, if you look at my left hand, I like to use that left hand to pivot and able to navigate those curves a little bit better. And look at that. Look how good that looks, right? And it's perfect on both sides. And I'm ready to go on to the next step. And I've already got that top pre-pressed, but I'm going to press that down again. I'm going to press one more time. And then I'm going to use a quilter's basting tape, and I'm just going to baste that right on the center of my lining. And I'm getting ready to sew that. So I put that in the position that I need it on at, and I'm going to go ahead and sew the top first. And when I finish the top, I'm going to, you can pivot here. I think I just took it off. I don't know why, but Sometimes I'm not thinking, I'm just kind of moving through the stages here. Now I'm trying to get really close to that outside binding, and just take your time. You can't use the gauge here, so you have to use something. I use the inside of my foot as my measure. It works perfect for me every time. It allows me to get right on the edge. And I'll go ahead and continue on until I finish, and I'm almost there. And make sure at the very end I use the awl here to tuck in that little flap that's sticking out that I saw, and I don't want to have to. Okay, it's done, and now I'm ready to continue assembling my lining.